it's a beautiful morning, 10 a.m., and I'm on the Malecón. And there you can see two famous statues. People are going for their walks. It's early, it's 10 a.m., but it's already getting hot. So here's a view from my balcony at Hotel Rio. And if you look just beyond those green trees there, I can see the ocean. And there's the Malecón. So literally it's 1 minute away, which is really a fantastic location. And it's Sunday at noon hour, so the traffic is not very busy today. So here's the lone balcony, and it's a shared balcony with other units, and I'm on the second floor. And across the way you can see some typical apartments, and a lot of locals live in those apartments, and I think some of them are Airbnb, but it's city living, right? And down below me is the cobblestone streets, and this is the El Centro area. And where those flags are, that's a restaurant. And then on the weekends, Friday to Sunday night from 5 to 11, there's live music and it's a bar. So there's street noise, but they nicely close the bars down at 11. But you get a lot of people standing on the street smoking because they're not allowed to smoke inside. I mean, the views from the balcony are amazing. There are the mountains in the backgrounds and all those flags along the street. We're only 2 blocks from the Rio Koale market, and there's the mountains in the background. I thought I'd show you my room inside Hotel Rio. This is a room with a small bed, and then you've got a couch that turns into a bed, I think. And why I got this room is I've got a small kitchenette, and it's really come in handy. It helps save money. So in the morning I boil up some coffee, and we've got a 2-burner propane stove here, and there's my little thing I heat the coffee in, that jug. And I use the tap water. It is safe. I wouldn't use it for drinking. Although they say it can be, I use it just to boil up water, and I've used tap water. And my theory is when I boil it, it kills all the bugs. So I've been drinking the coffee water boiled for 5 days now, no problem. And here's a coffee maker, but the hotel does not provide the filters for the coffee. So what I ended up doing is buying some instant coffee. And they have Nescafe, an American brand, but then they have at the local OXXO store. They have these powdered little packets, 3 to a packet, and this is Mexican coffee, and it's excellent. A small microwave and a small fridge, which works well, and I always get a jug of water from the bar downstairs, filtered water with ice, and I refill my daily drinking water bottle for the beach from that. And then in the cupboard you've got some basic utensils, a couple of pots and plates and silverware, so for 2 people. So it works. So there you've got the bathroom, and on the right hand side here is the wardrobe with hangers and a safe inside. And it fits a camera, all kinds of things, so that's a really nice feature to have. And here's the view from my room. I like it. It's got some green trees that I can look out onto. But what's interesting about this hotel is down below here, in this little sheltered courtyard, they have some beach chairs down there that you can sit in and just have a quiet space to read. And then beyond that is the hotel little pool, but it's more decorative than anything. I wouldn't want to go in it. It's too much chlorine. And then a nice restaurant beyond that. So here's the rooftop that I can see from my room. It's a small size hotel, which I really appreciated. Everybody's very friendly, everybody speaks English, although I'm practicing my Spanish and they're practicing their English. So here's a view of those lawn chairs I was talking about, the loungers, from below my room. And my room is up on that first floor, 122, and I'm quite happy with it. So you've got a nice little secluded area, very peaceful, away from the noise of the traffic. You can't hear a thing of traffic down here. So it's a nice spot just to relax. Here's a view of the inner courtyard, the restaurant, to the far side of a pool, and here's a little swimming pool. It's decorative, I think. I've never seen anybody in it except put their feet in it. It's very shallow. Just gives a lovely ambiance to the place. Nice garden feature wall. So they've done their best to make this really cozy and appealing. And you've got some rooms with balconies facing the interior courtyard. So here's the restaurant. It is separate from the hotel, and it's a fancy restaurant with very, very good food. Coexist. This is the name of the bistro next door inside here. Coexist restaurant. You can see their menu online. Coexist Bistro. And their breakfast was very good. It's more expensive than what you would get on the street, of course, but the food was excellent. So here's what my hotel looks like from the outside, this white hotel. And the side street down there is where my balcony is. And then as we go just around the corner here, I just crossed the street. And now I'm at an entrance towards the beach, so it's that simple. So now we're on the Malecón, just a 1-minute walk. Malecon's famous for all its different statues. And this is the first time I've seen clouds in the sky. It's a bit muggier today, so maybe the weather's changing a bit, but we've had magnificent dry weather, end of November. So what I didn't realize when I booked the hotel is that this beach in this area in front of El Centro, you can't swim in it. You can see the rocks. I don't mind rocks, but they tell me that there's a big undertow and it's not safe to swim. So now I'm gonna walk about 15 minutes along the Malecón, the boardwalk here, and walk to Cinco de Sembra beach area. And I was told that before, earlier in times, the street used to be running along the boardwalk. It was open to car traffic, and they paved over the street, and now you've got this amazing, beautiful boardwalk area that you can walk in. So it's fantastic. Okay, so the final guy who plays the flute is climbing up now. He has to climb to the middle of them, and they'll have to remain counterbalanced. So here are the flying men. They just put on music, and they just climbed up. They're hanging by their waist. Just a waist harness, a rope. So now they're lowering the rope down longer. they're almost to the ground now. Well, here's the suspension bridge over the Rio Kuale, and in there is the market on the island. The weather is fantastic near the end of November, and they had humid weather, but I'm lucky it's gotten drier. Really nice climate. And here's a big old tree. I've seen these in Barbados. Very quaint. I am loving visiting the old town. They have beautifully made hangings and macrame and hammocks. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Tapestries. There's a Christmas one. Statue, the Day of the Dead skeleton. Los Moretos. And then you can get all kinds of license plates. Mas tequila, por favor. So here's the sign before the bridge. It's the Rio Kuale City Market. And I know across the bridge there are a lot of Airbnbs. And inside there's anything you want to buy, it's in this market. Here's a nice view of the River Kuale and the island, which has restaurants and a market. It's a little oasis. You can walk all along the river, and it really is much cooler in there, especially as you go further inland and you stay under the trees. So I'm heading into the Romantica zone along the Malecón towards Los Mercos beach. All of a sudden it gets fancier, a lot more palm trees. Check out these private residences. And there's the bridge where I crossed over the River Kuale. So this place is lined with hordes of towers of condominiums in the Zona Romantica. A lot busier. I prefer the other side, El Centro. Fewer huge towers, smaller hotels. Great help at the kiosks. They're stationed all along the Malecón, so they're very helpful. Amazing restaurants all along the strip here, and you can see the pier sticking out in the background there. So here's the famous Los Muertos pier. As you see all the boats moored there, you can get water taxis to the South Shore from here, and that's what happens. You know, you go to Mismoloya or Boca. This is where you get the water taxis. And on the other side of the pier are wall-to-wall umbrellas. And I find that the swimming and the quality of the water is better on this side because there's not as many boats moored. And right now I'm getting a lovely breeze. And here we are. Endless condominiums, restaurants, bars, all the fun you want. And each restaurant has a nice shower that you can use to cool off. Vendors all over the place. That's the only downside. But if you say no, thank you, they are very respectful and they just move on. So it just, you know, they have to make a living. And here's the lifeguard station up above here. There's the pier. They tell me that chairs are about 200 pesos a day. Surf is coming up. No snorkeling here. myself to dinner and having grilled fish with shrimp and rice on the Malecón. It's a lovely evening, very nice weather, and everybody's having a good time. It's a mellow night. Everybody enjoys the evening here. This is a magnificent evening. Well, there's the restaurant that I ate at. It was excellent, the best seafood I've ever had for 330 pesos. Incredibly perfectly done fish with mushrooms and a few shrimp. Gourmet presentation. It's a magical night, lovely temperature, perfectly comfortable, very relaxing. You can hear the waves. And now you can see they're landing. Looks like a big pirate's hat. Well, now they're shooting off fireworks. They do that every night. Oh, cool. It sounds like they're having a big party. What a beautiful evening. Look at that. The whole shoreline of Banderas Bay.